How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the rollback. Got a sweet one for you today. We are at final round 15 in 2012. The game is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and the matchup is Filipino Champ with Magneto Doom Phoenix versus Ageo Joe, also known as Kusuro, with Beautiful Joe Frank Rocket Raccoon. So F Champ is playing one of his two signature teams with Mag Doom Phoenix. The idea is to carefully stock a full 5 bars of super meter so that after being initially knocked out, she returns to the battlefield as Dark Phoenix. Now, Dark Phoenix was kind of a final boss character in a PvP game somehow. She takes full control of the screen with various and very fast projectiles and killing any character with one touch thanks to some monstrous damage output. Her extremely low health was meant to counterbalance all of this. She essentially dies to any single hit. But because of the full screen blast that occurs upon transforming into Dark Phoenix, she is almost guaranteed enough space to begin setting up her game plan with very little counterplay available. Now, on the other end, Kusuro, or Ageo Joe, is playing an extremely unconventional team. Beautiful Joe and Rocket Raccoon considered quite low tier throughout this game's lifespan. Frank West is certainly a stronger character, but only when leveled up. And so there are usually teams specifically built around him to level him up all the way and let him take over the game, kind of in a similar fashion to Dark Phoenix. But Beautiful Joe and Rocket Raccoon certainly not pulling very much weight here. However, Joe whips out some pretty hot tech with this very unorthodox team to counter what is widely accepted as an inevitable battle with the Dark One. So we're going to pick it up close to the end of Game 1 here. Ageo Joe is right about to score the final hit on Dr. Doom, and Phoenix is about to come in with the 5 bars stocked.
Very easy to hit confirm off of the drop Doom combo because of the unusual.
All right, so Doom is going to go down right here. Phoenix is going to appear, and the true fight begins now. So, real quick here, on the incoming of Phoenix, we see Joe lay down a trap with Rocket Raccoon right there. This is sort of Rocket Raccoon's gimmick. He has lots of gadgets, tricky traps and projectiles. Log Trap, which you will see plenty of in the match here, is certainly an incredibly powerful assist, and so that's a common reason that he would be chosen. It's a screen-filling, very fast projectile. And so he's going to use these to his benefit for sure. He's placed a trap down and has allowed Phoenix to enter safely.
Here comes Phoenix.
F Champ lands straight onto the trap.
That was awesome.
It's almost plausible that he even sprung the trap on purpose just because he wanted to get to Dark Phoenix as quickly as possible. And you can see her transforming right here. But as we go frame by frame here, let's see what Joe does, what Ageo Joe does. He activates during the startup of Phoenix's level 5 transformation right here. Ageo Joe activates X Factor right here to cancel out of the shopping cart super. Then immediately goes into Frank's fully invincible roll here, just as the startup of Phoenix's transformation happens here. So, as I said before, there is about to be a screen-filling blast that normally pushes away any character out of reach. But Joe activates level 1 super, grabs her out of the air. Okay, a lot going on here. Let's roll it back. Side note, I just love these moments where the hype is so real that you hear the audio cut out here.
Try to get away. What's he got? Oh!
As the commentators can't help themselves but peak to crazy levels. And so, yeah, so the whole sequence here Ageo gets the kill on regular Phoenix. She transforms into Dark Phoenix. Ageo activates X Factor to cancel out of the recovery of the shopping cart super. Otherwise, he would just get knocked back by the level 5 transformation blowback. Cancels into an invincible roll here, once again to avoid getting hit by the blowback. Makes himself fully invincible. And then at the first frame available, you can see he is still even rolling here. Still invincible. Activates the Frank's level 1 ground to air command grab super. And since Phoenix is still technically recovering from this transformation, it hits. And we could see, I think, it's safe to assume that Ageo was pretty excited about this turn of events and accidentally pauses the game here. In regular play, a pause like this would lead to an instant game loss for the pauser, but many tournament organizers follow a somewhat unofficial, inevitable death rule. In this case, during a super animation cutscene, neither player is able to make any control inputs that would affect what's going on. This combined with the fact that both players are well versed in what's happening and know that Dark Phoenix is already dead or will be as soon as the animation concludes. F-Champ is clearly being a good sport in this situation as well. Here, I'll let it keep going here. We can see the reactions. Ageo is clearly distraught. He knows that the game is rightfully his. Begging with us, the audience, begging with the TOs. The TOs and F-Champ are both reassuring him, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, Champ saying 1-0, 1-0, you got it. Champ is grinning from ear to ear. Despite losing the game, he just has to respect the high-level play of his opponent here. Some good sportsmanship.
Explosion to cancel it into the Mega Man air throw super.
Shakes his head, gets into game 2.
Everywhere, and it's not in my brain.
Holy crap. And even when Filipino Champ was saying, didn't he pause? He had the biggest smile on his face,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, it was so
Because who's
sick.
seen that before? Not me.
No.
Not Filipino Champ.
X Factor cancel the shopping cart to roll. Oh, that was so sick.
All right, Champ gets a good start here, but kind of one of the benefits of Ageo's team is, one, that people are not very experienced fighting against them, and two, he has small characters that can be a little trickier to combo if you haven't trained against them specifically. Oh, there's the log trap. But Joe's level 1 superhero is so bad that this initial hit pauses Dr. Doom out of the air while Magneto continues to fall for some reason. And so whereas this the log trap hitting both the point character and the assist character like this would lead to what is known in the scene as a happy birthday, 2 characters getting comboed at the same time. And Ageo is clearly trying to continue the combo on both characters here, but Joe's super just allows Magneto to fall out here. Pretty unfortunate. But yeah, as I was saying, Beautiful Joe and Rocket Raccoon both being quite small characters. If you're not used to comboing them, you can sometimes mistime things so that they fall out. But F-Champ is in in a really dominant position here. He's basically got the 5 bars. And Phoenix is basically inevitable at this point. He's up a character and comboing the second one. So what Phoenix players will do a lot, instead of using their super meter, they'll go for this thing called the Team Aerial combo, or Team Aerial counter, or TAC. And basically what is happening here is that you're giving up the guaranteed combo damage, and you're essentially giving your opponent a 1 in 3 chance of breaking the combo. You choose up, down, or side. Both players choose up, down, or side. Left and right being equivalent inputs for this purpose. And if the defending player guesses the same as the attacking player, then the combo gets broken. There's a little more mind games going on here too as to which direction gets chosen by both players, but I don't, but I won't get into that right now. All you have to know is that Champ went for the TAC and Ageo broke it.
Nice counter there. Oh, and just picks him up with a bunch of crouch.
But he picks up the combo again, and he's so far ahead at this point that he feels comfortable even spending a meter. He's at 4, but he's still got 2 live characters, and he can pretty quickly and reliably build a 5th meter, even on just his characters dying. Ageo is just down to Rocket here. And Champ's Dark Phoenix is all but inevitable. We can see the log trap certainly doing a lot of work here, though. Yeah, it's really tough to avoid. You really have to respect it, block a lot. Phoenix makes a safe entry here. Any bonus damage you can get here is just gravy. It almost doesn't even matter because any touch that Dark Phoenix gets is going to kill, almost guaranteed. All right, so here we go again. Dark Phoenix rises. This time, Ageo is already an X Factor, so no X Factor cancel sort of shenanigans. No Frank West, so no level 1 supers. To bail him out of this one, he's going to have to face Dark Phoenix. So how do you do that? Well, you use the tools available to Rocket. You set down the level 1 trap here, which is a giant, we can see right there, a major presence in the center of the screen here. But Dark Phoenix gets to set up the projectile teleport game, and let's see what happens.
Okay, so he wants to be on top of it? Now watch down there? Okay. Yeah, trying to stay on top of it.
Oh, there it is. He caught her. He caught her. She fell.
So Champ gets a little careless here. We can see, he's trying to play it pretty safe here, trying to avoid the trap, trying to set up the Dark Phoenix's crazy projectile game. Does get a well-timed teleport here. Probably just reads the timing of log trap pretty perfectly. Gets right past it and punishes Rocket Raccoon on the other side. Begins the crouching light attack combo here, but doesn't cancel into a launcher quick enough and gets pushed forward into Rocket's trap.
Oh, there it is. He caught her. He caught her.
And instantly dies. And Champ is stunned, scratching his head. How did this happen to me? And Ageo would go on to win this whole tournament over the rest of the top 8, fully comprised of American players. Highly encourage you to check out this full match. I'll have a link in the description. Like and subscribe, and let me know what match I should cover next. Thank you so much for watching.
I just said I wanted to see a good Rocket Raccoon.
too.
I think I just saw it right now.
I think we just saw it.